Come in for the scry today. Let's see what the shapes and symbols have to say. Hi, my name is Steph. If you'd like to come on in and have a seat for a surreal story today, inspire your senses. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. We are going to drop some ink in the book of blots, and we're going to choose our muse inspired by you, the audience, our influencers, so thank you. We'll scry for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on tarot and oracle, and where Mr. Ghosty here is, we have Ghost Tube kicking for any audio editions from the afterlife that may further add to our abstract and ancient auric adventures. Overall, please do receive a release freely. I want to thank you for your time, attention, and awareness, as your perspective and presence is powerful. Let's go. All right, first things first, let's choose our muse. I hope you're doing well. See them all there? When you're ready. Where are we going? Who is our muse? It is healthy. Okay, so we have Procyon, Starseed Collective. Procyon, I'm not sure what that is. Isn't that funny? Because I was going to grab my mom's Starseed deck, and I didn't. Because I was like, well, I suppose. I suppose it has value. Should I go get it? Oh, maybe I will. I'm going to pause it. That's all I can do is pause because I don't edit. Okay. All right. Is Procyon peaceful? Do I have this deck? Okay, one moment. I'm not even... You can just fast forward. You can fast forward. Is that rude? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that was rude, but...
Maria.
Obviously, everyone has a problem like Maria. And yours is named Stephanie. So, all right. We will bring that deck in for later. All right. I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, but I'm just going to write the word. Procyon, maybe? Procyon.
I'm not sure.
As I was getting set up as well, the name Brandon, I see you, and hug, if that message is for somebody specifically. Just a reminder, if you're new here, we're here to create a portal to perceive in, less worrying about making a masterpiece. You're always welcome to comment below what you see, sense, or feel as your insights. Do expand the iScry experience, and we all become readers. I feel like there's other things I'm supposed to say. Apologies.
Where are we?
You are here with me. My name is Steph. Starseed Collective. Okay, I need apparently a red. Okay, a purpley red. Almost there. You're welcome to fast forward through. If this bores you, you've got the power. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, let's do it. If you are opening up with me, you know the drill. You can start taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of anyone here at any time, into our muse, Procyon, Starseed Collective.
Disrespectful.
I'm so sorry. Not trying to be disrespectful. Thank you for being our muse, and may we all meet a message with meaning. I feel like there's a way to say it. It's very watery wherever this is. Lots of blues. Like the closest thing I can say is like Avatar. Peaceful, yes. Procyon? Procyon? I'm going to stop worrying about it. Thank you. Okay. It's constipating me. You know the drill. If you'd like to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time, personal use only. Like yaks and llamas. Oh, I see you over there. Where are you going?
It's here.
There's lots of animals. Animal-esque. Okay. So this is the shape that keeps standing out to me. Is right here. And it's like I've got this whole celestial kind of world in my, what would be, I would know it as a solar plexus. I'm not sure if it's still a solar plexus to them. I feel like I can shift forms. I am formlessness, in form, out of form, in form, out of form. I'm very much so connected to the energy and emotions of those. The crown is the closest that I seem to be able to connect to as an insert space of connectivity. Phoenixes are like fireflies here. They're small. They are beautiful. I, you, me, insert yourself wherever might closely relate them to like fae, but they're like phoenixes. So there's something about the scope of size here. In and out of form, in and out of form, in and out of form. Bloodshed happened at some point in time. There's a goose, like a mother goose, and I'm being held up. There's like elf also here. Elf, but specifically like the way I'm seeing elves is from like Dr. Seuss or like the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Like that kind of land. Does that make sense? So again, there's it's like not mismatched, but made to match. Very, very much so characteristics. Okay, so I'm seeing like Valentine's. I'm giving a heart to somebody. Like I've cut this heart out. Something about Valentine's. Okay, over here I've left. There's a land before time. What was this bloodshed? I don't know if this bloodshed was a sacrifice.
Sing.
And I'm just seeing the bloodshed from it. I've never seen the show Blue Bloods, but is it a show or is there something about blood that's blue before like it hits the air? Again, I'm not a science person or biology, but there's something about that, like the blood runs blue, Blue Bloods. I think that's a cop show, and it's bringing me into like serve and protect. Procyon, you know, like pro meaning pro something. Are they like, again, you know me, I'm not here to like predict or like tune in. We're always grateful to our muses to help us expand as a kickoff. You know, when somebody's like pro something, pro this, pro that. Also, it's bringing me into when somebody is a professional athlete, a professional something or other. So there's a proficiency here, and I feels very protective over what blue means to them and all the shades and spectrum of blue. While there's many, many colorings here, I move with this. Oh, there's so much like, imagine if like womb water was like the sound of that form, like as somebody's being born and, you know, created, and the ultrasoundy sound, like formlessness into form and drawing nutrients. Somebody here might be very connected. I'm assuming if you've thank you if you want to take credit for giving us this muse, or for others, like even just in the emotional connection of more than meets the eye. And I inherently want to say, like, I feel like I have protectors that you would see them in shapes and animals and people, places, or things. It's almost like they can infuse in, infuse out to remind you of that, while your time appears to be away. Like you've maybe made a sacrifice, personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic, all those yada, yada, yadas. And the sacrifice of appearing to be severed from a certain bloodline of a larger frequency family, but they're here to tell you, no, we're still protecting you. Like, I feel like I have a whole team of, how do I want to say that? It's a whole department. Okay, I'm going to keep going. There's also something horned about all this, like the horned concept. What are you doing in here? I feel like I'm writing something down. So in here, in the negative space, it's almost like a seahorse creature hybridized with, but I'm feeling it like a spirit, like my spirit, you, I, we, me. It's like a piece that travels, because then when I look over here, if you can see, like this person, just for simplicity's sake, writing something down. It's like if you're getting a ticket from a cop, again, this very blue blood feel.
Art.
And it's like, maybe they're drawing something, but this soul spirit piece of self that travels, right? Maybe it's in the dreams, maybe it's in the astral realm. It's not for me to figure out, but I'm coming back and connecting to this part, and I'm giving information. It's like interdimensional investigation without potentially the hard of judicial judgments from a human perspective. So maybe I like give upload, download kind of information. Like people say they receive downloads, right? Like that's a saying that a lot of people say nowadays. But there's also an uploading process. Yeah, and it's like tapped right into my third eye when I'm sleeping. Specifically when I'm sleeping, they visit and tap in to the third eye. Oh, these phoenixes are like so fun. They're like, if you could take like a fuzzy teddy bear and one of those fuzzy cows and the feathers of a phoenix and just, oh my goodness, it's like hamsters flying around. They're so fuzzy. These phoenixes are so fuzzy. It's incredible. Like I want one so badly as a pet. Okay, I gotta switch. Hold on. It's like working with human energy, emotional to essence energy or energetic, but very specifically with the throat, third eye, and crown. And while the root, like the red, yellow, green, green light, red light, blue light, like they have access to that.
More.
But whoever they is, and I say that very, very loosely, this collective it almost like helps. No, it's not protect. Enhance those because they work in the higher chakras. And when I say that, it's just in the linearity of the trunk, but it's not in the hierarchy that I want to imply. Like I feel like I'm being reminded that there is to be working on, say, root as a focus or sacral versus or in compared to crown, soul star. They are not, it doesn't indicate an evolution necessarily, or what we might conceive of as better, higher, right? All those terms. There's something, it's almost like I want to lay that trunk on its side, so they're not only linear in length, so it kind of evens my perspective, but then it draws them into a bracelet or circle, so they are harmonious as one. So there's nothing for, I don't know if it's someone here or if I'm just going to let it fall in my face, doing root stuff to heart stuff to crown stuff doesn't indicate what we think it indicates from the human concept. Not to be taken away, but there are some energies here that, again, whoever these are, work in those throat, third eye, crown. And it's almost like the effort or enhancement that happens for the whatever this connection is. There's a hummingbird in here. Oh my God, it's massive. See, now the hummingbird, like the phoenix, was just like this little hamster of a firefly. And now this hummingbird is like gigantic.
I'm stuck.
You're here. We're not, well, okay, so this is the thing. It's like, I'm now with like an ambulance people and like defibrillators. And because of like maybe the work we, someone has done in whether, let's just take the extremities. I'm sorry that there's a lot of root to crown as the example. Immediate polarities that we can see within the vessel, and it's like defibrillators can really shock one or the other, but you got to have that frequency, you got to have that like when they decide what it's going to be, like whatever those numbers they would say, right? And be like, that is knowledge. And I feel like somebody has or works with this understanding. It's all very curious. I'm sorry if I butchered it to nonsense, but it is what it is. Okay. In the cave of ice is Canopus guidance with the bright star number 44. Thank you, with those hummingbirds, because I was seeing it. 46 with the red and the white here. They're also puzzle pieces, but that's when I was seeing the defibrillator. It could have something to do with that Brandon soul as well coming through. I see you, hug, peaceful. See all this blue. I'm really having trouble differentiating water and air. It's like they're one of the same here. Music is coming in the cave of winds of the mind. See, it is somehow very, very healing.
I want to talk.
You're welcome to talk. We're so here for you. Just shout it out, man. We're here. You don't need to hold back. Okay. Is there a specific, I'm trying to remember, in mythology that plays this instrument specifically? Is it Pan, or I feel like it has something when I saw that horned thing before. I don't want to say necessarily devil or thank you for the inspiration or Capricorn, but I feel like it's one of those characters that has hoofs, but they play the lyre. Is it the lyre? Because it's lyra. I'm going to assume it's the lyre. I'll be watching you. This kind of feels like universal justice. If you wander into esoteric stuff, universal justice. In the Cave of Hearth Fires is Gemini Rescue and Vega Falling Eagle Dynamism. Another bright star and a constellation. You have two bright stars and two constellations. It's like if the hummingbird was the size of the eagle. This is in my heart.
Curse.
In the heart of hearts. I do sometimes feel like I've been a little bit cursed while here on Earth. There's a big green bison. Bison of the heart. There's also something going on over here. I'm standing. I've seen it from the beginning. And I've been debating on how I want to interact with it. Something about the Smurfs, like the cartoon. There's another conversation happening up here. I feel like this is, now I'm in like the softness of a bunch of stuffed animals that have come to life.
Listen.
This totem is pointing. It's like a king, though. It's a king feel. And there's my wing. I'm asking something. I'm having a conversation before I take off, but I'm having direction from this king. This fallen eagle, kind of that spark sensation. It's like if all the stars were these little phoenix fireflies. You might feel sometimes fallen away from your frequency family, but they're always...
Christina.
I don't mean to sound weird, but it's like they're right there. Formlessness into forms. Like they're in and out of forms, like the emotional body. In the Cave of Rivers is Delphinus Love constellation. Maybe you have a partner here. This is a very Egyptian looking bird. What is going on here? There's something about the waters of Earth. There's people leaving. So I feel like I don't know if it's kind of like something had happened. And if this is a collective that has come down and embodied forms, and then they had to leave. Confidence, Eridanus, constellation 21. I'm in that sacrifice feel. It's like coming to earth or being earthly, or the experience of such. I have guidance all along the way, don't get me wrong. Kind of felt like a punishment, but it's not. It's not. How do I say? It's kind of. In one's ability to help, in one's ability to be. Again, I'm saying I don't know the words like caliber or, sergeant, commander, leader. I don't know, whatever words would be to indicate positional responsibilities. Something is a promotion. Something is a promotion. It's a peaceful promotion. But it comes with more responsibility. Okay, I'm going to get ready to flip it. If you're going to join us and come on over to the other side, you're welcome to join us. The link will be below in the description box for the extended by joining the second tier, but there's no pressure. There's no pressure. We'll see what happens from the other side. You can visit iScry.ca. Oh, lifting the veil. I got distracted. I'm still in here. All right. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Do you know how sometimes, like police officers or empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours? Yeah, this is all very empathic, feels, energies, in and out of portals. I'll take one more before I go, but I got to step in here for a second. And not just like police officers, anyone like in that investigative space, right? Maybe empathically, energetically, there's a physical, I'm fine. And you're like, this person's not fine. But sometimes you can't call it out. It's not the appropriate, it's not appropriate, or it's, what's your reason for doing that? You know what I mean? Is there compassion with that? Or is it just poking around for nosy nilliness? Anyway, you get the gist. The point being is that there's something about having access to behind the scenes of stuff. So people in these positions, it's like the waiters and the waitresses also have access to what happens, seeing how the food is cooked, handled, etc. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is how it feels. This might be behind the scenes, but you have knowledge. And sometimes when things are coming to light, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable when things come to light. Because there's expectations, entrustments, connections, realizations made that are ruined in some cases. Grief is a big feel here as well. And responsive rage. And I feel like there's certain energies, perhaps in the Starseed collective, that is really proficient at like keeping the peace through such things. Empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours, and ensuring that we don't do that. Thank you. And last but not least, we have here activated earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. This whole guidance thing, this pointing. And here's the thing, it's like I'm able to ask questions, but you don't, it's almost like you don't remember when you get here, or when you wake up. You maybe don't always remember your dreams, like, but you asked the question, or, well, you're here, you might get a really cryptic response, where connecting of the dots has more purpose that is empowering than just getting the end result that has maybe little to less value because there's nothing attached to it anymore, or there's only expectations attached to it. And it's kind of like the expectations is the thing to like reveal. Anywho, very much so in this activated earth as well. It's like all this earth energy that's here.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? And all this empathic water, sky and sea. You're more than welcome to speak, love. You are speaking. Okay. I'm going to head on over to the flip side if you're joining us. If not, until next time, thank you to whomever gave us this muse. Thank you, Influencer. And I will see you again soon. I hope it did serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. So much love.